Imagine this. You have a medical test next week. You book the appointment, come home, watch a movie, and go to bed. Then it starts. What if the result comes back bad? What if it ruins my life? What if the doctor tells me something serious? You try to calm yourself, everything will be fine. But your brain pushes back. What if it's not? And just like that, you lose sleep for the entire week. So what actually causes this feeling of uncertainty? And more importantly, how do you deal with it psychologically? Uncertainty comes from two things working together. The first is lack of information, the gap between what you know and what will happen. You can reduce this gap, but you can never eliminate it. You can't fully know tomorrow's result. You can't predict what will happen in a new place. And the more you try to eliminate this gap completely, the more you get stuck in an endless loop of uncertainty. The second is lack of control. When your effort doesn't guarantee the result you want, you feel stuck. That's where uncertainty becomes uncomfortable. But there is something you can control. It is about creating internal certainty inside the uncertainties of life, a psychological technique called decatastrophizing. When you face uncertainty, your brain automatically asks endless what-if questions. What if it goes wrong? What if I lose everything? What if it destroys my life? It is your mind's tendency to catastrophize, to make sure everything will be okay, and to keep you safe. But it is not effective. Instead, it works against you. One problem is that you cannot guarantee everything will be okay by asking endless questions when there is a clear information gap and a lack of control over the outcome. Second, by asking endless questions, you are expanding your uncertainty and anxiety. Decatastrophizing is not about stopping these questions or telling yourself not to worry. In reverse, it is about asking worst-case questions, but in a different way. The common method is to use a three-step structured approach. Step 1. Recognizing. Ask yourself, what is the worst realistic scenario? For example, my medical result comes back abnormal. Step 2 is evaluating. Ask, how likely is it really? This step is about separating probability from possibility. It is possible that you may get into a serious car accident tomorrow, but how likely is it? The probability is around 0.1 to 0.3% per year. So, how likely is your medical test to be the worst case? How likely is it to be a minor or common issue? And what is the probability that there is no issue at all? By filtering probability from possibility, you reduce the gap between what you know and what will happen, at least a little. Step 3. Coping. Ask if the worst happens, how would I handle it? Now, you prepare. You look at how others deal with similar situations. You remember difficult things you've handled before. You identify people you can rely on. You consider your financial or practical support. You build your response. Decatastrophizing is not about pretending the monster doesn't exist. It is about accurate thinking. The monster may knock on your door, but you have prepared your tools. That doesn't make the situation completely safe, but it makes it a structured threat to deal with, instead of a chaotic catastrophe that destroys you. And that shift, from chaos to structure, is what reduces uncertainty, not by removing it, but by making it manageable.